Welcome. This is Cooking with Kitty. I am starting some yeast and some water. We're going to be making garlic bread. I'm going to make garlic bread from scratch. The best thing is to start it now and give myself an hour to 2 hours for proofing. So let's start off pulling the recipe up and we will get going. I have partial of the ingredients already pulled out. Nothing's measured out, so we'll do it all together. All right, first things first. Kitty requires my apron. There we go. And we will move into ingredients as we go. So stay tuned for what I have in store for later on today. I'm going to be making a chicken primavera and marinara sauce from scratch. Everything I make myself. So if you're interested in learning and making, we can make it together. All right, let's scroll down to the recipe. We gotta do proofing. So, warm water. I love when it says warm water. It does not classify what is considered warm Fahrenheit. I am not talking about Celsius, United States, sticking with the empirical versus the other European. Here's my thermometer, and let's see. Half a cup of warm water. Does it state how warm the water has to be? No, it does not. Lovely. Okay. For my pizza recipes, it usually calls between 110 to 120 Fahrenheit for the water. So that is what I'm going to go with as a baseline if the recipe is not going to provide me with a thorough, detailed explanation. So, half a cup of warm water. And half a cup of warm water, 1 teaspoon of active yeast, tablespoon of white sugar, which I have aside right here. There we go. Salt. And oh my goodness, I forgot. I need my milk. And it's half a cup of milk. We'll pull that out. And put the microwave for a whole minute. Let's wash our hands. And it's calling for 3 cups of bread flour, which I have. Everything should be room temperature. So after this, we can start prepping, bringing everything out to sit out to get to a room temperature. It cooks better. Trust me, I know. I trust everything. Okay. Bread flour. What else? Let's get that warm water going. This is warm water standing mixer. So we're going to put yeast and sugar into the warm water mixture. Here's our bowl. Nope. Got it. Okay, a minute going. Sprinkle sugar. So 1 tablespoon of sugar. Oh. There we go. And 1 teaspoon, which I thought I just had a second ago. 1 teaspoon of yeast. flat. There we go. And then we're gonna start pulling ingredients out after I get my yeast proofing. We'll get the ingredients out so it will be able to get room temperature by the time I start cooking my start creating my marinara and my chicken parmesan or marinara. So 1 teaspoon level yeast. Sometimes I think I need more. And it's calling for a tablespoon of soft butter. Did not get that out yet. Unsalted soft butter. Soft, come on. There we go. How many? 1 tablespoon. Let's see what I have here. I have 4 tablespoons. Let's cut one up. Or cut a cube and soften it. Let's cut a cube and soften it. All right. Waxy paper, goodbye. Rotate that microwave softening. We'll do that for 30 seconds. Let's see how hot warm my water is first. Okay. It's on. Let's see. It is 162 degrees. A little hot. We'll let it sit for a second. Let's go get my whisk. Stir up my sugar yeast mixture. Are you softened? We'll give it another 15 seconds. All right. 45 seconds. Liquid butter. Alrighty. Now, let's pour that water into there. So we got our nice foamy mixture, or sprinkle it, let it stand. Work. Move it around a little bit. Activate it. I know it's going to be dealing with 3 cups, so that's the reason why I picked a big bowl. I know technically right now I don't need the big bowl because it's just a small half cup of water sitting in the bottom of this big bowl. But for proofing, I'm going to need some extra space. So chose the larger bowl. And now it says sprinkle, let it stand for 10-15 minutes. Oh, sorry, 5-10 minutes. Let's get warm. So let's do that now. Timer. Oh, that's timer is set. I'm going to set this off to the side. And let that go. So, and then the rest of it calls for milk, butter, salt, and the flour to be gradually put in. Did it? Where is that? Okay, and salt. Okay. Let me go put the milk back in for the moment. I don't like keeping this out. Even though it's 5-10 minutes, I still put it back in. Put it back in. Oh, put it back in. All right. Rinsing off my chicken casings. We need to pull out 2 eggs. Oh, hold on. Let's move this aside. And let's look at the next recipe. This is just prep for later on today. Flour, eggs, more butter. Okay. it calls for more butter. I have 3 teaspoons sitting here. I have one recipe calls for 1 teaspoon. I have another one calls for, 4 teaspoons. Okay, well, we'll leave this out for the time being. Wrap this up. Put this in a butter dish and put it aside until we go and make it bigger. Cube for melting, stays in the bowl. High walls, and it is awesome. Oh, I'll put my eggs in there too. I need 2 eggs. I got some eggs. Hold on. Hot commodity. What do you want? Pulling this back out because it does call for room temperature for the other recipe. Come on, where did I see you? Okay. Nope, I can't find it on there for right now. So I'll put a 1/2 cup in here. Oh, perfect. So the marinara calls for 1/4 of a cup of butter. That I probably should pull out now. Marinara. Really? Marinara has butter in it? I know, I was surprised myself when I read the recipe the first time. So 1/4 of a cup is half this bar. Half my bar. All right. We will put this aside in my jar of room temperature, please. When the recipe says room temperature, please respect it. It will help you in the later long haul. Why doesn't it cook? Why is it chewy? Why doesn't it taste right? The recipe at the restaurant tastes a whole lot better. Yes, they use a lot more oil, a lot more salt, and they just take their time sometimes. So, when it says room temperature, room temperature. All my flour, like most of the time when you store flour, you want to store it in a dry, room temperature container. Not in the refrigerator. Yes, it does keep the bugs out. It does keep it more safe, fresh, but this does as well. And it's a little bit easier to get to. Plus, if it's already room temperature, I don't need to worry about finding the cold when it's baking or when it's trying to proof. And that's a bitch. Put my butter away. I do not need for the moment. It's salted. It's salted. Oh, I love salted cheese. No, salted butter. Actually, I do like salted cheese. I'm projecting now. All right. Oh, garlic. We got some garlic. Gonna call for some garlic clove. We're gonna have to get into that. We will move that to the side, pulling ingredients out. Butter's out. Ooh, parsley. Parsley. We won't need that till later. I just had you parsley. Parsley and garlic will be our finishing touches for our garlic bread. But I have to remember, we're in the process of proofing stage. It is a 2-part process. And have an idle time of about an hour to an hour and a half. This idle time is essential for greatness, okay? It is. It genuinely is. So next, our bowl, our chicken, that has to be room temperature as well. I have 2.5 pounds sitting here. They are thinly sliced chicken breasts. I was gonna buy the ones that are not pre-sliced, but I have to. So when we can tenderize them, I don't have to worry about slicing my hand. So let's see, I have 2, 3, 4, 5 cutlets. Ooh, that's what I can do. Trim off the excess gunk. I do not want to cook fat, or hold on, the wrong fat. I'll cook that yummy butter any day, or olive oil. Here we go. Trim up my chicken. We trim. Here we go. Nope. Actually, that was, oh, nope. It's got some gristle. We don't do gristle. Ooh, that is slicing off like butter. Oh. A sharp knife is essential in a good kitchen. We slicing it, we dicing it. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, I found something else. So I actually got the rib meat as well on this chicken. So I'm finding a little bit of cartilage pieces that I want to take off. There we go. Examine my meat. Let's examine. Ooh. Okay. Yes. Thoroughly examine all of my chicken. Chicken. Bum, bum, bum. Chicken. Oh, hold on. I've had more fat. Goodbye, fat. So, 5 cutlets, about 2.5 pounds. We're gonna move this off to the side for room temperature. So approximately, I'm going to start cooking this about 12:30. So in about an hour, and I'm going to be putting a plate on it as well to avoid any other, just safety-wise. Cover it up. Cover it up. Cover. Oh, you don't put away that darn plastic. Need to put away. My sugar. Guess what that is? That's been my yeast mixed. I am ready. Water yeast mix. So next we can go back to our recipe. And out of all of our ingredients. First things first, we go down the list. So when everything is on the list, when you're reading it, that's the first ingredient. First ingredient is water. Then it's the sugar, and then it's the active yeast. Then it's the butter. So everything goes in as it's listed. everything goes as. So there's no misunderstandings of how it goes in. It's genuinely listed, and make sure you read the ingredient or read the steps. They always give tips, tricks, and hints on making sure it works better. If there's a trick for this that I've already read it. So read it twice, read it 3 times. Pays off. Okay. Now it calls for the half cup of milk, 1 teaspoon of salt, we're gonna go get my hand mixer, get my needles ready. Okay. Just like to hear that go. Go and go. All right. My bread flour. And now, since we've put everything else in, and we're not packing it either. It's lightly in there, but it's full. 1. Don't cram pack it. You'll have too much flour then. Level to the top, but don't pack it. Make sure everything is sealed. And I go and grab my plate. Plate is to make sure it is covered. Yep, it works. Do a covered plate. Put it off to the side. Just put that hair back. And we'll mix. Here we go. It's mixing together. I have to get to a nice big firm ball. And then it says split into 2 equal pieces. And then we'll let it proof from there. Most of the time, with most of my pizza doughs, I just keep it in the same bowl. Going. We started. Oh. Oh, it's coming together. stirring it up. Come on. Let's see. Will it combined? Will it? I will it too. And it says knead for 10 minutes, 7 to 10. I'm like, okay. I was wondering, most of the time it was 3 cups. I do a cup and a half of water. This only called for half a cup of milk and then half a cup of water. So I'm still technically short for my normal recipes, like of cup of water. No, half a cup of water. So for this much flour. Come on, get comfy with it. Get comfy with it. All right, it's starting to get there. Ooh, my hands are getting tired for a second. Whew. Let's stir. It's great. Let's scrape it. Let's warm up another. We're gonna do a quarter of a cup. Actually, it's quite clumpy. It's quite clumpy. There we go. we go. That is a better consistency. All right. There we go. Whew. All right, let's turn it back on. There we go. That's what it's for. Mix it. All right. This, yes, is an exercise. Need it. Let's set this aside. 2 balls. Here we go. 2 different containers. No, we'll leave the same. I want to reuse this bowl. Another dish we're going to be using for the... So we'll put our 2 balls in here, cut in equal portions. We have a plate, and I'll sit off to the side. Our bread is proofing. So now I can get ready for the other stuff. Okay, we have the chicken, we have this bowl, a lot of these dishes, so I will let you guys go. Don't forget to stay around. I will come back for the rest and cooking of the chicken primavera and making marinara from scratch, and the second part of our dough, or our garlic knots. Okay, so it's gonna be a pull apart garlic bread. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for joining, and see you soon. Don't forget to subscribe and see this part 2 of Cooking with Kitti, Italian dishes.